And boom, we're live. Oh, whoa.
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 What is that?
That's just because I didn't share the right screen. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And there we go.
Nice.
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
going?
Long time no see.
Yeah, I know.
been quite a
Let
while.
me get in the picture a little bit here. Yeah, everything's good. We're good. Okay. Yeah, we're here.
UFC 277 this week.
Yeah.
First card, headline, first pay-per-view.
2 sevens in this pay-per-view. 7-7.
Mm-hmm.
7-7.
Mm-hmm.
Very lucky number.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
And
Do you have
the number
number?
2.
Do you have a lucky
The number 2 is also in it. So there are 2 sevens. 2-7-7.
You think that bodes well for us? You think that means something?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think it's a trick. But yeah, there are. You didn't know that, did you? UFC 277 with 2 sevens.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Sure. First pay-per-view headlined by a woman fight in like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Interesting tidbit I thought I'd throw out there.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of usually
definitely kept it on the low.
the co-main is the women's championship. Like the last
Yeah.
Pena versus Nunes fight that Pena won was 269. Poirier versus Oliveira.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Pena and Nunes taking center stage. We do have an interim title fight coming on this weekend versus Brandon Moreno and Kai Kara France for the interim flyweight title. Interesting. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into Pena and Nunes because I love these kind of pay-per-views where we have differing opinions. Like, I think we differ on a lot of opinions on this card specifically. So we're going to get into all that.
Yeah.
UFC London was last week. UFC London 2. Excuse me.
Yeah. Don't do that. The people at home.
That's fine. So,
They
UFC
don't wanna
London
go
2, obviously some notable things more than others, but for you, what was the most notable thing that happened?
back.
Like, give me your 3 takeaways of the whole event. Because there's a couple things to talk about.
Chris Curtis, you suck. You downright suck. You're way better than Jack Hermanson.
Dude, I don't know.
You didn't engage. You didn't go towards him. You didn't do anything really. You really didn't do anything. Yeah, what a fucking disappointment, man. You're a fucking disappointment.
All right. Takeaway 1, you don't like Chris Curtis?
No, I think he's a bum, and I should have went with my gut on that one with Jack Hermanson because, man, Chris Curtis looks so bad. Dude.
He was on a
gun shy.
2-week notice. It was his 3rd UFC fight ever. Jack Hermanson's been around in the top 5 for a long time.
And that was such a no-brainer after you're done looking at it.
All right, what else you
But
got?
other than that,
For me,
the fucking Tom Aspinall. Okay, can we talk about that?
there's been skeptics that are saying that Aspinall potentially had a knee injury going into the fight and just took a dive so that everybody would get paid. So, like, he was injured and he knew that he wasn't going to fight. And then the first kick that he threw, he just went down afterwards and faked that he just tore his ACL, or MCL, as they're saying. I don't believe that for a second. I think that it was one of those freak accidents, but, I mean, on paper it makes sense.
Hey, it builds up for the next one. Let me tell
Well,
you that,
Curtis
right?
Blades has already said Tom Aspinall tore his MCL with the first kick he threw in 15 seconds in the fight. Curtis Blades won by TKO, doctor stoppage. But Curtis Blades has already said he won't rematch Aspinall. Said he wouldn't risk his ranking for a rematch. And I mean, Aspinall's going to be out for like at least a year anyway.
Yeah, that is wow.
And it fucking sucks because
wow.
It fucking sucks because Aspinall
Curtis Blades to say that.
Aspinall is like one of the best rising superstars in the heavyweight division. Like
Curtis Blades knows he's gonna lose. That's why.
I can see why he'd say that.
I can see why you say that too, but I mean,
I can see why you'd feel that,
shit.
but I wouldn't say that. I'd be
I
like,
wouldn't
yeah,
say that
when he's
either.
back, I'd give him a rematch, and then just
say
you know.
the fuck?
But Curtis Blades is kind of he does have a point, right? So like Curtis Blades is on a couple fight win streak,
dude. But I mean, like, shit.
Curtis Blades now on a 3-fight win streak. will be up there with the. I mean, he's already ranked third contender in the division, behind Cyril Gane, Stipe, and Tai Tuivasa. Now, John Jones throws a monkey wrench in that, but we should have heard news about John Jones Stipe by now. Like, that was getting hyped all throughout the summer, and then we haven't heard anything about it lately. So right now you have Tai Tuivasa, Cyril Gane fighting in September 3rd. And then you have Curtis Blades, who is obviously fresh. Like, he obviously could go in a couple months. He could obviously go
next
in a month.
week.
Right.
You can go this fucking pay-per-view.
And Stipe. And honestly, a Stipe-Curtis Blades fight is very interesting from a wrestling perspective. Because Stipe is known to be great all around, and Curtis Blades is definitely the best wrestler in the division. Probably the best wrestler, most likely.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
All right, so you don't like Chris Curtis. Tom Aspinall's injury sucked.
Yeah.
What's your third takeaway?
What else happened? What else happened in this fight night? I don't know. Fresh my
All
memory.
right, so number one thing for me is that Tom Aspinall had that's a fucking terrible injury. It's not only terrible for him because he's on an up and rising star in his home country, but for the heavyweight division, like, he was going to be like the next big thing. Like, I envisioned him fighting for the title next year.
Yeah, me too.
So that's number one. Number two for me, Alexander Gustafsson should retire.
Oh my god.
He got fucked up. Fucked up. Now we had talked about this. We've gone Krylov the whole way. I had tickets for Krylov for a while because I knew Gustafsson. It was his first fight in light heavyweight in 3.5 years. It was his first. He hadn't had a win in like 4.5 years.
Yeah.
And the title fight that everybody remembers against John Jones, the first one, was 8 years ago.
That's when you got 10 bands, dude. You put 10 bands on.
So that was my second thing. Gustafsson, he's made his money. He's tried to go heavyweight and then tried to come back down to light heavyweight. Both fights ended within the first 2 minutes. So I think he's done. Great fighter. Not Hall of Fame worthy. I don't think he was, even though he had 2 title shots.
Yeah,
I don't think he was.
You heard that too.
What?
In the interview before, they
No.
called him. He was like, to Nick Krylov, is that his name?
Nikita Krylov.
Yeah, they were asking him. He's like, how's it feel to fight a Hall of Famer? And I was like, is he?
Yeah, borderline.
No.
I don't think he's borderline. He had a moment of glimpse. Like, let me ask you this.
Being a Hall of Famer and not having any
Let me
rings.
ask you this: is Chris Weidman a Hall of Famer?
I mean, he did.
Because he has a very similar trajectory as Chris Weidman, except Weidman actually beat Silva, and Gustafsson never beat Jones. But they're very similar. Like, they came to stardom.
And I think that's what should break. I think that's what should.
Weidman's definitely ahead of Gustafsson, but that's what I'm saying. Like, is Weidman even a Hall of Famer? To me, that's very borderline.
It's very borderline. It's like as borderline as it gets, bro.
Not a Hall of Famer.
He's a good gatekeeper. Like, he did stop Anderson Silva, dude, and it was a crazy fight twice.
Second one,
he broke his leg.
Second one, Silva was winning the fight until he broke his leg.
He broke his leg.
But he broke his leg.
Chris Weidman broke his leg.
So that's my 2. It was my top 2, and then 3. My third takeaway. I want to split this into 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Paddy Pimblett is he's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting top 5 fights.
Paddy Pimblett. Sorry.
He's going to be fighting top 5 fights very soon. And Muhammad Makayev is also going to be fighting top 5 fights very soon. Those 2 are nasty. Now, here's the other thing.
They're nasty, bro.
Pimblett's 27.
They're so good.
Pimblett's 27, so he's on the right path. Muhammad Makayev is 22 years old. He's 2 years younger than us. He was born in 2000.
I think he's going to get stopped. I don't know by who. I think
he's I don't know if he got ranked. I don't know if he got ranked, but I think he should have been after that fight.
He's so young.
I didn't update my database, which is very unfortunate. He is not ranked yet.
Yeah, but the guy that he's fighting, like...
Muhammad Makayev fought Charles Johnson, is that right?
Yeah, who the fuck is that?
Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson's been around for a little bit. Makayev just took him down 12 times. Like, Makayev just outworked this dude. And he's 22 years old. He has a really bright future ahead of him. So does Pimblett. Pimblett's jiu-jitsu should not be fucked around with anymore. Jordan Leva had a great strategy in that fight. Clinch control, I think he won the first round.
Yeah, he did
Like, he
win
just
the first.
controlled Pimblett. Didn't let him get any offense going.
Yeah, there was definitely some nervousness going on there.
And Paddy Pimblett teabagged him.
He did.
He teabagged him,
He
like he
did.
said. And Jordan Leavitt didn't even really care. He dapped him up right after.
Yeah, I know.
He teabagged him, Leavitt got up, went like this, and then just...
Pretty sure he
dapped him
stuck
up.
his tongue out after, too. Like, I don't know.
There's a joke we could make here. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Okay? You know
What?
the joke. Yeah.
That, yeah.
So UFC...
funny.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
UFC London... I mean, it wasn't as great as the first one. Like, that was just, they caught fire in a bottle in that moment. UFC London won when fucking Aspinall and Pimblett and Molly McCann with another fucking great knockout,
win.
too.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to go the distance, too.
I wasn't sure about anything for that fight. I probably picked... I didn't pick around any tickets, but I kind of picked Goldie. So,
I did.
McCann doing very well. We'll see what goes on next. Will there be another London card next year? I'm going to guess yes.
Yeah, there's going to
I'm
be
gonna
one,
guess yes.
I think, before the end of this year.
But here's the thing: if it's the end of this year, we know Aspinall won't be able to do it, and we're pretty sure neither will Darren Till.
Yeah.
So does Paddy Pimblett get a fucking main event? Like, who else is going to main event that card unless you just put it with someone who's not from London?
Yeah.
It's going to have to be.
I would say Darren Till, Paul Craig, but I mean, Paul Craig looked like bum cheeks, dude. He looks so bad. Like,
Paul Craig looked bad too.
He looked so much better last fight. What the frig happened? Did he have a bad cut? Like, what?
Well,
the fuck?
Ozdemir also is just... He came out better than I thought he would.
Yeah, but Paul Craig didn't even take him. He didn't even try and get like on top control, dude. He wanted it from the back, like, dude, like, what are you just gonna fucking just get your hammer fisted? Like, at least a couple 20, 30 times. You know what I mean? Like, at least try to take him down with a single leg or a double leg.
Ozdemir did look a lot better than I thought he did.
I'm not impressed with Ozdemir, and I'm not impressed with Paul Craig.
I'm not to say impressed with Ozdemir because he didn't have that, like, it wasn't the best Paul Craig he fought, but I'm more impressed than I thought I would have been with Volkan Ozdemir. Like, Ozdemir is not what he looked like when he was 31 just getting into the UFC. Like, when he shot up to the top, he's not that anymore. But he's still a top 6 guy that you don't want to stand and bang with. He really is. And I thought he would have had a fucking quicker downfall than he has. I still think it's coming. I think Krylov did say he wants to fight Ozdemir next. That's an interesting fight, and I might take Krylov. But either way, I'm not really worried about either of those guys breaking like crazy barriers in the top 5 or anything like that. Light heavyweight division is just...
I just wanted to talk about Paul Craig for a second. Like, shit.
Speaking of light heavyweight division, before we get too into it, because we're going to dissect this pay-per-view pretty well, next week is Jamal Hill versus Thiago Santos main event.
Yeah, Jamal Hill. I got Jamal Hill. Thiago Santos didn't do that good against...
I have no
Islam
clue.
Makhachev.
What?
I mean, not Islam Makhachev.
Muhammad Ankalaev?
Yeah.
Magomed Ankalaev, excuse me. Yeah, well, that's... And Thiago Santos is only 2 wins in his last, like, 4 fights, or 5 fights, if I'm not mistaken.
He's on his way out.
He has 1 win in his last 5 fights, and that's against Johnny Walker. Not impressed.
Okay, bro. Okay. Can we... This is a lock.
It's not a lock.
This
It's
is a
not
lock.
a lock.
This is a lock.
It's not, though.
Guarantee.
All right, but that's for next week. And I just checked, the odds are not out. All right, so this week
that's a lock for me.
we got UFC 277.
Lock.
I'm sure he's going to be the favorite. He'll probably be like minus 190. This week, Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes, main event, UFC 277, live from Dallas, Texas. Co-main event, Brandon Moreno versus Kai Kara France for the interim flyweight championship. Winner of that fight will fight Davison Figueiredo for the flyweight championship. Probably at the
nice
back.
accent on that.
I was watching the press conference.
Wow.
There was so many Portuguese-speaking people that I was like, I was trying to get him in.
I got it down in my head now.
Figueiredo.
Figueiredo.
There you go.
Figueiredo. Nah, I don't know.
They were also calling him Davidson.
Davidson.
Which I thought was weird.
Figueiredo. Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson.
Okay. Sure, buddy.
Get him in the octagon, dude.
Derek Lewis versus Sergey
That's
Pavlovich,
trendy.
third from the top. Alex Perez versus Alexander Pantoja. It's Pantoja, not Pantoja.
Is that your boy?
I like Pantoja. Yeah.
You love him, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a lock. That's not a lock.
It's not a lock, no.
No.
And then the fifth fight from the top,
I might bet on
Anthony
the other guy.
Smith versus Magomed Ankalaev.
Anthony Smith is going to lose that fight.
Yeah. The number has gotten even better.
Zach is.
I'm not. I already have a pick on Smith. I'm
Throw
not
100
gonna...
on it. Don't be a bitch.
What is Anthony Smith by decision?
Smithereens.
Plus 850.
I would not bet a single dollar on that. I wouldn't even take all the pennies in Walmart parking lot with a I don't know. You walk around with something, and you get them.
Metal detector.
Something, yeah.
Magnifying
I would
glass.
not put anything on that.
You can go with one of those retractable claws. You can
You
just
might
pick
as well
up the
put
pennies.
Ankalaev by knockout because Anthony Smith sucks.
Plus 110. No, plus 150 for knockout. Plus 110.
Anthony Smith, you do not suck. I respect you. You are good, but you suck.
Diego Ferreira pulled out of the fight against Drakkar Klose, by the way. He's now fighting Rafa Garcia.
Smart. Jakar Close is a beast.
Yeah, so is Diego Ferreira, though. That was going to be one of the most underrated fights of the night.
I got close in that.
Yeah, definitely. It's I mean, Rafa Garcia. If this was
I
originally
definitely
a
have close
scheduled
now.
fight,
I
right?
definitely
Exactly.
have now.
If this was a regularly scheduled fight, it'd be a lot closer. But because Garcia was
What's the number?
in so much of a
Minus 210?
yeah, Rafa Garcia's a fucking beast. Like I get that it's on a short notice, but Garcia is still a motherfucker.
I like that by decision.
I'm pretty sure Klose was the underdog against Ferreira.
Excuse me, if you don't mind. Plus 100?
Yeah.
Poo.
This fight's going the distance. I mean, what's close by knockout? Because if Garcia isn't in shape enough, maybe in the third round he kind of just gets TKO'd. Plus 300 for close by TKO is not a terrible bet.
Yeah. Do they only have this fight night?
Michael Morales. This was a guy that I just realized. So one of the pay-per-views we watched at Mike's.
Is that Vince Morales' brother?
No. One of the fights, the pay-per-view, UFC 270, Ngannou versus Gane.
Yeah.
That we watched at Mike's.
Yeah, we watched it at Mike's. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you were there.
I don't know if I was
There
there.
was this
Oh,
kid.
no, I wasn't there.
There was this kid who was on a short week notice.
Yeah.
22 years old.
Yeah.
12-0.
12-0.
Knocked him out in the first round. And then was just like, he kind of became an overnight Twitter sensation. He died down since then, but he's fighting again.
This would be a great time to get an interview from him. Hey,
He's minus,
would you like to get an
he's
interview?
minus 650. I did not think he was going to be that much of a fucking favorite. Oh my god. By decision, he's plus 300, and that's interesting.
doesn't it make sense to bet 100? Bet 100 on this guy to knock him out.
Morales? To knock him out.
Yeah, and then bet 100 on the other guy by decision, dude.
No. I don't know. I don't know.
Plus 100, Jakar Close by decision. Plus 100.
Like, he's fighting Adam Fugit.
Smart bets by me. Okay.
Adam Fugit by decision is plus 1100.
Adam Fugit.
Fugit. What is Alexander Pantoja by submission? Plus 420.
By the way, I don't think I'm betting this fight night.
Yeah, you said that. I don't think it's a bad move.
Because I like Kaikar France, which we haven't talked about yet, which we will.
Yeah, I'm working my way up the card.
Yeah. I am going to write down some parlays that I like, though. So I am probably going to bet, but I'm not going to be betting a lot.
Alright, so here's my first pick of the night. Pantoja by submission. Plus 420. Alexander Pantoja has beaten both of the fighters in the co-main event, Brandon Moreno and Kai Kara France. That's an interesting little tidbit. He called them his children in the press conference today.
You don't like Kaikar France, huh? That's crazy.
Sergey Pavlovich.
Love him. He's fighting on this card?
He's fighting Derek Lewis.
That's
his
this
card.
fight night? Oh man, I might have to. Yeah.
You're gonna think I'm nuts, right? You're gonna think I'm fucking batshit crazy.
You're betting on Derek Lewis.
No, I'm not. No, I've been saying Pavlovich for a while now.
Stop on the
Pavlovich
decision.
I like that.
Plus 850.
I like
Now that is a small bet because
that is a
Easy
great $100 bet.
no, it's not. Easy money is on a knockout, right?
No.
No, him by knockout is plus 110.
Do you think he knocks out Derek Lewis? No. Do you
Yeah,
think Derek
I think
Lewis
he can
knocks
knock
out
him
him?
Yeah, I think he can knock out Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis's last 2 fights, he's been knocked
Yeah,
out.
that is true.
Over 1.5 in this fight, Lewis Pavlovich is plus 110.
That's over 2.5.
There's no over 2.5.
Really?
The over-unders.
I wouldn't bet.
Fight to go the distance is plus 425.
Bro, this is where you take the money. This is where you take the money. That's where you take the money.
See, Pavlovich by decision. If this fight goes to a decision, it's got to be Pavlovich. That's why I like the number 850. But just to go to the distance, 425 isn't a good enough number for me to put enough money on it, honestly.
The reason why I like 850, I think 850 is a great number that the bookie bets on. And, like, a lot of plus 900, plus 1200, like, rose to knockout plus 900. Pretty sure that was plus 850 before, like. Yeah, I like the bet. I'm going to probably sprinkle on that bet. 50,
Yeah.
50.
Now, Pavlovich by knockout plus 110. It's not a good enough number, but that's what I want to hit like $50 on.
Yeah,
I'm not going to, though.
50's a good number.
Brandon Moreno, Kai Kara France. Fight to go the distance, minus 150. Okay. Over under 4.5. Over 4.5, minus 165. Method of results. You've written Kai Kara France there. How do you think this fight ends? Decision, right?
Kai Kara France looks so good. So fast. It's so crazy that he's fighting this soon again. I feel like he just fought, no?
He fought Askar Askarov in April.
Really?
So
That
3
long
months ago?
No. He just fought.
No.
He must have just fought.
He did have a very impressive fight against Askarov. It was actually March. March 26th was his last fight. I mean, still, it's a 4-month turnaround for a championship level fighter. That's still pretty good.
That is pretty good. That's a great time.
He says he wants to be active. He said in the press conference so many times that he wants to stay active and prove why he's there.
The shocking result, which I would be like, oh damn, but I kind of saw it coming. But I'd still be like, it is a knockout. But I don't know when that would happen, and I don't know. Moreno's so fast and he's good on the ground. I feel like this could go to the ground too.
I like Moreno by submission here. Now, I'm not. If anything, I'm only taking Moreno. Right? So, like.
Minus 130 now. Wow. It's a bad 130, but it's okay.
What is he, minus 210?
At Pintoya, this is on you. Strictly you.
I kind of like Moreno by submission plus 380. I might put a little bit on it.
How do you feel about betting against Drew Dober?
Betting against Drew Dober for Rafael Alves? I'm not going to touch that fight at all.
Neither am I, but if you were to choose somebody, would you bet against him?
No, I would bet on Dober.
If I had to gun to my head, I would bet on Dober. But Rafael Alves is not getting nearly enough credit for this fight that he deserves. Oh, yep, that's right. We said close. Close by decision is plus 100.
And that's really all I got. I like the Pavlovich plus 850.
Well, we didn't even talk about the main event yet, man.
Yeah, I know. We kind of just got sidetracked right there, and we kind of just dove in. yeah, I mean, man,
Fight-
that plus 850. I got a great feeling on that.
That's a decision. It's a heavyweight fight between two knockout artists.
Yeah, but listen, people get gun shy versus Derek Lewis, but
Derek Lewis has lost his last 2 fights in Texas. This is
Wait.
in Texas.
this is in Texas.
Yes. He got knocked out in one of the knockouts of the year.
Yeah.
Was it this year? I think it was this year against Tai Tuivasa.
And definitely not knockout of the year, but
It was one
it
of
was
them.
awesome because we bet on the under.
No, yeah, it was
That's
the
when
under.
you
It was
could.
like
That's
10
when you
seconds
could
before.
parlay unders and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Which I think you can do that again. I think you can
Nah,
do
'cause
that.
it's still
now.
only under method.
I think you can do that now.
We'll figure it out
did it
another
on his phone.
All right. Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. First of all,
I'm not touching this.
I watched the press conference today. I'm even more confident in Amanda Nunes. Like, they were both very confident, but Nunes just looked like old Nunes. Like, she was like, no, I'm gonna fuck this chick up. It's what
She
it is.
said that last time.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I don't care. Amanda Nunes is...
She is a beast, and they don't want you to bet on her. And you know what? You convinced me, Amanda Nunes. minus 270.
Okay. Well, hold on now, because we're gonna look at
Don't say hold on after I agree with you. You do that a lot.
fight to go the distance plus 205.
I made sure I spelled her name perfect.
You did. Nunes
By knockout.
by TKO plus 110.
Decision? What'd you say? Plus 200?
Nunes by decision plus 350.
This is not going 5 rounds.
Juliana Pena submitted Nunes in the first fight. Juliana Pena by submission is plus 500. Juliana Pena to knock out Amanda Nunes is plus 1100.
That's it, huh?
Now, I'm not taking Pena.
No,
Pena-
don't write it if you're not going to take it. Don't write it if you're not going to take
Dude, these are all the shit that I'm going to sprinkle on. Like, I'm sprinkling on
it.
every
Oh, you're not
one of
even
these.
making bets?
I am making bets. I'm just putting the ones that I'm going to put.
Damn, you might got a problem. No, I'm fucking with you. A good problem.
Pena TKO plus 1100, that number's too good for me not to hit. She won the last time. It's not going to happen, but that's a $10 bet right there. Amanda Nunes by TKO or decision. That's the... Listen, the fight to go the distance plus 205 is very interesting. I am going to hit that, actually.
You're going to hit it?
I'm going to hit it and quit it.
By decision? Dude, it's not going 5 rounds. Don't.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it could.
You just said.
What? What did I just say?
You just said no. It's not going. How does it go 5?
What do you mean? They're both very good fighters. The only way it doesn't
You
go
just said
5,
Nunes were gonna knock her out.
I think she could, or I think it's going to be a decision.
And
That's
you
what
said-
I was
and you're
just
gonna sprinkle
questioning.
on Pena by knockout.
Yeah, I'm going to put $10 on it.
Hey, power to you.
I don't know if Nunes is going to win by TKO or by decision. I could see it going to decision. It's more likely it's a TKO. Nunes by TKO plus 110.
I bet on that. But Amanda Nunes is also really good at taking people down to the ground.
I know.
And Amanda Nunes by submission is probably not. I think that's.
Plus 550. But Juliana Pena is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
She's good on the ground too. But after you've been punched in the face by Amanda Nunes,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when you submitted me, I'm going to submit you.
Maybe.
Type of deal, like pride, girl pride in there.
So you just put $10 on a bunch of these, and one of them's going to hit.
I guess, yeah. I guess I'm looking at it as a point of view, like that. Like you submitted me, I'm gonna submit you. Fucking, I'd bet on submission. I'd rather bet on submission than by decision. 100%. 100%. Because I don't think it goes a distance. I really do.
Listen.
And I do think Nunes wins the fight now. I do think she wins the fight.
I do too, and I haven't wavered from this.
You haven't at all, and I feel like you're thinking about it too much. From an outside perspective, I think.
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, I know that Amanda Nunes is
Gonna knock her out.
champ.
Gonna knock her out.
All right, so those are the methods that I like.
It's a good
Also,
amount.
here's something else we could look at because they have the over under 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 for this fight, right? So when do you
see? You can parlay it.
when do you see this fight stopping?
Which one? The Nunes fight?
The Nunes fight.
Second round?
We cannot parlay methods.
Not methods, rounds.
Rounds. So like the
Yeah,
over under.
Over under.
Over under. Okay. All right. Well, for you
If you can,
specifically,
it's a game changer.
for you specifically, I'm gonna take. Let's do Pavlovich,
Okay.
and then
Pantoja.
Nunes. Well, let's just see if it works first. Nunes over under 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. What you want? You think it's gonna be under 3.5?
I do think it's gonna be under 3.5.
Under 3.5 is a decent bet. Under 3.5 is minus 170,
What's under 2.5?
minus 120.
So that's what they think. I think under 2.5 is a good bet, but it's risky. Under
Yeah,
3.5.
I think under 3.5 is
But
easier.
I feel like if it goes past 3 rounds, the 4th round's definitely getting finished.
You cannot combine those. Can't parlay them. No over-unders.
Come the fuck on.
I know. They used to be...
What are they doing with their lives?
We did
over
very
there?
well. Well, they were losing money. That's why. So, Juliana Pena
People suck.
and Amanda Nunes. This is probably the biggest rematch in women's UFC history. I would argue even bigger than Nunes-Rousey, which at the time was the biggest by far. Or Nunes-Shevchenko, because Nunes actually fucking lost. And you know, this really the only thing this equates to is like Silva Weidman too.
If Nunes loses, wow.
Mm-hmm.
If
If Nunes loses, the bookie's gonna lose a lot of money because people are betting on Pena.
the book, I think
People are betting on Pena.
people were betting on Amanda Nunes.
No, she was minus 330. Now she's minus 270.
Yeah, I still think people are betting on
I
Amanda
mean,
Nunes.
people are betting on
People
both.
People would bet on Amanda Nunes. They would bet more on Amanda Nunes at minus 270.
Yeah.
And people are
But her
still
number's
betting.
gone down. That's the only reason I say
I know.
that
I
there
think the
hasn't been.
bookie's just fucking with people. That's
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
You gotta think like the bookie.
But Nunes is... What's the tail of the
'Cause
tape here?
less people are gonna bet on her if she's minus 400, bro.
Reach identical. Height, Amanda Nunes is like 2 inches taller. Amanda Nunes is only 34. I thought she was older. Juliana Pena 32.
Yeah. I guarantee you, the closer this fight gets, the more her number's gonna go up. I bet she's minus 400 by the end. By the close this fight. And
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
I would say so.
130 points. That's saying a lot. It's a big prediction.
Kai Kara France, by the way, is only 5'3".
He's good though.
Oh, he is.
He's 5'3",
And Cody
all
Garbrandt was
muscle, dude.
5'6", and so is Brandon Moreno, and he knocked out Cody Garbrandt badly.
Yeah.
What else are we looking at? Sergey Pavlovich has a 5-inch reach advantage on Derek Lewis.
Dude. That's huge.
Pantoja has a 2-inch reach advantage. Anthony Smith has a reach advantage, 1-inch reach advantage.
So Curtis Blades.
Oh, that's right. Paulo Costa, Luke Rockhold was supposed to be on this card. When did that get moved to?
When did that get canceled?
No, because that got moved to another card.
I got
It's
Paulo
not
Costa
this
all day in that fight, dude.
Oh, that got 278. That's 278.
I got-
278 is shaping up to be a very good card, by
I
the
got
way.
Paulo Costa all day. I got Aldo all day. All day. And that's your guy, too. That's your guy.
Jose Aldo is my guy. Are you
No.
saying Mirav Wallace-Willie?
That's your guy.
I do like Wallace-Willie.
Dude, that fight was insane.
Yeah, it was. Against Marlon Moraes.
That fight was crazy.
He got dropped in the first round, then took him down and almost beat him ground and pound in the first round, and then finished him in the second. That was a crazy fight. I don't know if I want to touch either of these. Smart money's on Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold.
I gotta take Paulo Costa.
Smart money's on Aldo versus
I gotta
Wallace-Willie.
take Aldo.
I probably will put money on Costa, but not a lot. Because Luke Rockhold is a motherfucker.
Usman, Aldo, Costa.
Usman's winning.
Yeah,
Usman's winning.
Usman's winning that fight.
And then he's going to face
Khamzat Chimaev. Because that fight, when is that fight?
Be a great fight.
When is
Be a great
Chimaev?
fight.
Oh, that's UFC 280. Dude, I love how Dillashaw versus Sterling was supposed to main event UFC 279, but as soon as all these big matches, what's up?
What?
You good?
Oh yeah, no. I'm just looking at this shit. Yeah. Going up.
Dillashaw Sterling was supposed to main event UFC 279,
Yeah.
and then as soon as they got
You don't think
Oliveira,
I'm in the
Makhachev,
camera.
Chimaev Diaz, Jan O'Malley, they just moved Sterling Dillashaw to the UFC 280. 280 is going to be the card of the year. Like that, when Bilal Muhammad versus Sean Brady is on the prelims, that's when you know the card's going to be fucking ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that lineup so far. That has no other prelims, just those 6 fights. It's ridiculous.
Damn, O'Malley, huh? That's
I-
Tico's birthday.
I am hammering Oliveira and Jan.
Do you really think so?
Mm-hmm.
You s-
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the way Khabib talks
Mhm.
about Makhachev, dude, I'm just like, man, I don't know. I don't know. And I said, like, I'm pretty sure I said last week, I'm hammering Oliveira. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know who to take in that fight.
What do you think about Sterling Dillashaw?
I wouldn't touch that fight.
I think I'm gonna hit Dillashaw.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna bet on Dillashaw.
And
He's gonna come in the underdog too. He's gonna be like
Oh, he's gonna be
plus
the underdog,
200.
bro. Yeah, I definitely bet on Sterling, but I'm not gonna touch that fight.
I'm pretty sure Dillashaw is gonna have a similar number to Oliveira. I think they're both gonna come in at like plus 200.
Dude, Jan O'Malley, man, I might have to pick Jan.
Oh yeah. Oh easily.
I might have to pick
Jan's gonna be like minus
And I
400.
said might because
The
E-champ,
reach.
E-champ, and the reach was kind of.
Well, actually, I think we looked this up last week. I think the reach is a lot closer than people think. Piotr Jan has a 67-inch reach, and I think O'Malley only has like a 69-inch reach. Oh, it's a 72. Okay, so what did I say for Jan? 67. So it's a 5-inch reach, which is big for bantamweight, of course. But Jan is. O'Malley is. He's a kickboxer. He loves to throw his spinning kicks, but he's a stand-up artist, and Jan is the best stand-up artist in the bantamweight division.
Yeah.
So,
he is. He is.
so yeah, I have to take Jan in that fight. That's gonna be an easy payday. I think Jan, Oliveira, Darush is probably gonna be Gamrot, and I like Dillashaw. I'm gonna like book those. I'm gonna say that for the next 3 months, and they're all gonna hit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, yeah, I wish you could bet like a month in advance, dude. Because shit, you could put like you get $1,000, bro, and you could just put like some massive like guaranteed
5 locks.
winners, bro. Like
Yeah.
it'd be so sick.
Oh, another fight that hasn't gotten nearly enough hype around it. Next week, Vicente Luque, the number 4 ranked welterweight in the world, is fighting Jeff Neal, number 9
What the
ranked.
fuck happened to International Fight Week, dude?
That's been gone, dude.
I know what the fuck happened. There was like
That was
there was
UFC
no fights.
276.
Yeah, there was like the last time there was like 3 UFC cards in 1 week.
There was 2. There was a fight night on Wednesday and then the pay-per-view. So it was like the Saturday before I had a regular fight
There
night.
was a Wednesday
and
card.
then there was a Wednesday card, yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't anything big at all. Like Rory McDonald came out of retirement to fight and got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
but yeah, that was UFC 276. What one's 276 now? I don't even remember. Was that Volkanovski, Holloway? Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the main event?
Um.
Was it Adesanya Cannonier? That's what it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
The New Zealand City Kickboxing has been taken over, man. Kai Car France. He has the fucking best camp behind him.
That's why I'm betting on him. That's why he's up there on my board.
I just
right
think
there.
Brandon Moreno's better.
Brandon Moreno might have reached his peak with the Legos.
He's 28 years old.
Bro, I'm not saying the peak cannot be reached again. There could be a double peak, but the peak right now, I think Kai Car France is a little better.
Mm-hmm.
A little better.
I think Kai Car France has more power.
More power, stand-up game, definitely better. I think personally, you could go either way with that. I think it's better. That's why I'm picking him, and I think he could win by TKO. And I would be pleasantly shocked if he won by TKO.
I just think the fact that
It's only a 3-round fight. It's not a 5-round fight.
you know he fought Davison Figueiredo 3 times. He got knocked down once.
Mm.
If you don't count that dick kick, which I don't, obviously. I think if he only got knocked down 1 time by Figueiredo, I can't see him getting knocked out by Car France. Because Figueiredo has the same amount of power.
Yeah.
But Car France has, like we said, the best gym behind him, and that fucking means something. He's training
He's won some
with
impressive fights.
He's training with 2 of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. 2 of the top 3? Yeah, Usman's number 1. Yeah. On a daily basis. I mean, like, the fuck.
Yeah, the fuck is right. And you know people will be betting on Brendan Moreno, and you know people will be betting on Derek Lewis.
Yeah. Oh, people are going to hammer Derek Lewis right now. He's plus 115. People in Texas are hammering Lewis. By the way, next week...
It's an easy fade, and the bookie makes money.
By the way, next week we also have the Ultimate Fighter winners in the finale of their fights, which is kind of cool. Usman's brother is the heavyweight finalist, along with, I think it's Jeff Paga. So we're going to see big brother Usman fight.
You know who's winning that fight.
Smart money on Usman, for sure. Again, the bookie has not come out with the number for these fights. Although I wonder if we can look it up now. Because I tried looking it up last week, and the number was not coming up.
Oh. Who knows?
Yeah, you got a little COVID?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, don't.
That's
don't,
awesome.
No jokes about that. No. No COVID around.
Usman is the underdog.
Well, you know what I'm betting on for sure.
Very interesting.
Probably
Very
gonna lose.
interesting indeed. Huh. That's so weird. The UFC rankings haven't even been updated since UFC London. That's weird.
Is Anna Nunes still in the pound for pound?
No, she's number 2.
Really?
Yeah, Shevchenko's been number 1 for a while now. As soon as Nunes lost to Pena the first time. But Nunes is above Pena. And Namajunas is above Esparza. Isn't that weird? Wiley Zhang is above Carlos Esparza.
Yeah, dude. This whole this don't matter. That's why we do our own.
Which, by the way, we haven't done our own rankings in a while.
Yeah, maybe next week.
We could do that at some point.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we did it in the first week of this year.
No, we did it the last week. No, we did the second last week of last year. Because we did the superlatives the last week, which I think we should do again.
Yeah.
Superlatives at the last week.
Oh, they're right there. Is that it?
No. Oh, those are the superlatives, yeah. Do you remember any of them?
No.
Do you remember...
barely what I ate. I can't even remember what I ate yesterday.
Do you remember the knockout of the year last year?
No.
Usman knocking out Masvidal.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the fight of the year last year? We said this was different from UFC's. UFC said Gaethje Chandler was the fight of the year. I personally thought that fight was a little overhyped.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
It was definitely a brawl. Volkanovski Ortega.
Oh, yeah.
That was the fight of the year.
That was a fight of the year, bro.
Kamaru Usman was fighter of the year. 3-0 in championship main event fights. Card of the year was UFC 268. That was Usman Covington 2. It was also... Was that Taitu Vasa? I don't know. What was on that card?
I really can't. You couldn't pay me to remember that.
I remember it was a really good card, though. I think Namajunas beat Wiley Zhang. The knockout... Oh, no, that was the decision. Cheeto Vera knocked out Frankie Edgar with the front kick. That's right. Yep. Shane Burgos Quarantillo. Gaethje Chandler was on that card. Alex Pereira was on that card. Bobby Green beat Ali Quinta. Chris Curtis was on that card. Oh, that was a really good card. Wow. You've written plus 1380 down.
Yeah.
What's that for?
That's all those put together.
Oh, because you only have money lines. Will you put Pavlovich knockout?
Yeah, no, that's my one thing. Yeah.
That you didn't add that? Oh yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah,
be plus
yeah.
1380, right?
Yeah. I can't.
So Pavlovich, you have four favorites here.
5.
Pavlovich, 4. Francis,
5.
an underdog.
Oh, I thought you meant 5 picks. Yeah.
Pavlovich, Pantoja, Close, and Nunes.
Well, Pavlovich opened up as the underdog.
Mm-hmm. I have Nunes, Pantoja, Pavlovich, and Close as well. And then we just differ on France and Moreno.
I put $100 on that. Just ride it. Fucking hope.
Mm-hmm.
$50 on Pavlovich by decision. And that's it. I'm not betting anymore like that. Fuck it. I'm either gonna win or I'm not.
I like it. I'm probably going to put like 2-3 units down. Nothing like I have been over the last couple of months. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for parlays, but if you want to know, go check out our Twitter. Let me chuck that up. On our Twitter, where we have been putting our bets out before the pay-per-views actually come on. And you can go check out our Twitter for the UFC live stream as well that we'll be doing starting at 8 p.m. on Saturday. Go check out the Twitter for polls that we'll be putting up over the next couple of days. We always do that right before the pay-per-view, and we'll be tweeting out at a couple different people, maybe get some cross-promotion with other fucking platforms, whatever. Keep doing our thing. This is kind of an early one. We kind of went through UFC London really quickly. We talked about the pay-per-view a lot. We actually agreed on more stuff about the pay-per-view than I thought we would.
Yeah. Yeah. Just want to go get wings or something?
I worked today. I don't really feel like going.
You did work?
Yeah. Maybe we'll...
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I literally haven't eaten. I'm fucking so hungry. I don't know what else to say.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, figure out what to do. I hope everybody has a great night. Go
Yeah,
check out UFC.
We covered everything.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
Yeah.
we even talked about the fights coming up and stuff. And
Right.
Usman's brother being plus 240 is fucking... Plus 205 is crazy. The plus 850... Yeah. Yeah, you didn't write down who you're going to pick, but, I mean, you're going to pick what I picked. So
Right, I'm going
France.
to pick those people anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come check out the live stream Saturday on at 8 p.m. We're going to be live streaming
You're not working?
No, I get off at 4 o'clock. So we're going to be live streaming from Fans Only Facebook, Fans Only Twitter, Fans Only YouTube, our own YouTube, MMA Complete podcast on YouTube. Go check it out. And our Twitter. And that's it. We will see you guys on Saturday. Happy betting. Go follow us on our Twitter to see where we bet, and you can make some money because we're going to make a lot of money this pay-per-view, putting positive vibes out in the world.
Yeah,
There we go.
trying to. I haven't even really been in the screen this whole time. I've just been vibing back here.
You have been for the most part. I think you're just
Um,
out of it then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good vibes. Good vibes. I got high hopes.
Yeah, me too. All right, that's it for us. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday, and then we'll check you out one more time next
Yeah.
Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, we'll check you out.